Hey, Coach Bowles. I just wanted to ask you, obviously, they got a lot of weapons on that side of the ball, right, on offense, but Cooper Kupp has had a great year against everybody. When he's played against you guys, I think he averages about 10 for 120 and a touchdown. How do you begin to sort of account for him or slow him down?
Well, you want to try to stop him from getting yards after catch is the first thing you got to do. He's going to catch his balls. You're going to slow him down from trying to break tackles and get extra yards. You don't want 5-yard plays going for 20 and 15-yard plays going for 50. So we got to tackle better and we got to react to the ball.
Thanks.
Greg Allman.
Hey, Todd, I always feel like safeties are such versatile weapons in your defense, and Sunday was a really good game for all three of your safeties. But I want to ask you about Mike Edwards. Just want to ask you about his ability to know what his speed is to make up ground, and how sometimes he might even kind of bait guys into making throws his way to get some of the picks he gets, if that's something you've noticed about him.
Mike he's a very instinctive player. He's our most cerebral player. He has a feel for zones and feel for routes and can see what one route is and determine what the other one's going to be, probably better than anybody we have underneath when we go underneath coverage. So he can see the field very well.
Thanks, Todd.
Jenny.
Hey, Coach. Watching the game on Sunday, obviously you had a number of your guys back, but it just seemed like the attitude was different. They seemed to be playing with that kind of confidence they had in the Super Bowl. Did you notice that difference? And if so, how do you kind of capture that and keep that for the remainder of the playoffs?
Well, it's the playoffs. You want to go home. That's energy enough to have everybody flying around. And getting guys back that hadn't played in a couple of weeks is also energy enough, having them back out there and almost having a full unit. So they play for each other and they play hard. We just got to keep it going.
I know back in September when you faced the Rams, you were already shorthanded in your defensive backfield. And I think you lost Dean in that game too. Just how different for you is it calling plays when you actually are able to have maybe not everybody, because I know Sean didn't play last week, but being close to full strength on the back end, how different does that make your job?
It's been different every week. So we've been kind of juggling all year and kind of gotten used to it. It's almost the norm right now. So just whoever's healthy is going to play and we're going to line up and we expect them to perform. So we try to coach it the same way and we figured out what everybody can do. And we try to gel that together to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Thank you.
JP Peterson.
Right. Hey, Coach, could you just talk about kind of the evolution of this Rams offense, getting Cam Akers back and Sony Michel? It looks like they're, and certainly last week, they were much more run oriented. And how much harder is it, to defend the whole field, and especially when they're offering up these new backs in this new running game that seems to be very successful?
Well, they're kind of like us. They got quite a few guys back as well from injury, and I thought they did a heck of a job last week running the football, but we know they can throw it as well. Like you said, they have a lot of weapons. I think it's kind of like pick your poison with those guys. If you stop the run, they can throw it. If you stop the pass, they can run it. So, you got to play fundamentally sound football, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Thanks, Coach.
Steve Isbitz, if any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Coach, how well is Carlton Davis playing right now, and how long do you think it really took him to get his game fully back after the quad injury?
He's playing very well right now. I think it took him about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks to get it back. He's flying around. He understands the game. He's hungry, and being injured, he didn't have to go through the whole grind of the season, so he should have fresh legs. So we expect him to be faster than a lot of guys on defense.
And Coach, did your coaching staff or your players, did they have fun with the video of Bruce Arians smacking Andrew Adams in the head? Was that kind of a fun thing around the locker room?
No, we didn't even discuss that.
We'll go to John Ledyard.
Todd, Matt Stafford's obviously been awesome against the blitz this season, as some of the best production of any quarterback in the NFL when teams send 5 or more rushers at him. Obviously, everybody knows that the Bucs and you like to blitz a lot, but does seeing his success rate maybe change some of the things or the approach or how you go about blitzing?
No, it all depends on what's in the game plan. We can do a lot or a little, depending on how we see everything fitting with our guys first and worry about them second. But he's done a heck of a job. He's been a heck of a quarterback for a long time, one of the best in the game. And we got our hands full, whether we blitz him or whether we play coverage. So we're just going to go out and play our game, and we just got to be disciplined.
Thanks.
Last question will come from Leo Haggerty.
Coach, the Rams are probably the team that does the most pre-snap shifting and motion and a lot of late motion. How hard is that to communicate any changes in the defense?
They have a good scheme that way with the jet motions and the double motions and everything like that. But we've seen quite a bit of it this year. So we've kind of gotten used to it, but they do a very good job in their scheme of it. We're just going to have to be sharp and make sure our communication is sharp.
All right, that's all we have. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.